I'm not dead, bitch.
I forgot my joke. Okay, well, I'll add it to the beginning. When I get to this part, I'll just take this and I'll chop it. I'll put it at the beginning. Hard cut. GoBicker? I hardly know her.
I put this together and this is where it ended. I have shit, but it's on the floor.
Well, what's new?
What? Yeah, I mean, I shit on the floor. What's that? What the fuck is that? Zero sugar, cream soda. I have a bottle of water.
I gotta keep remembering. Oh, I also have my my traditional classic blue cup.
Oh, the blue cup lives.
The blue cup.
What are we doing?
Oh, that's a good question, because I was thinking, okay, do we do lessons learned, or do we do not really but kinda, except it's what we were gonna do with lessons learned, and then we just go, all right, new not really but kinda season 3, it's completely revamped, everything's brand spanking new, we've got to focus now. Are we about art? Not really but kinda. I mean, we're also kind of just about like
live and learn. Not really. But
I think if we sit and we focus on, I guess what I'm constantly thinking about is, yeah, how can we come to a sort of like center, you know, like like peace, you know, tranquility and all that shit.
Peace in the center.
Yeah, but it's hard to say that without sounding like hippy dippy, unfortunately.
Fucking hippies.
It's echoey in there.
So yeah, that's another problem. I'm hoping it's. We'll see.
It's okay. Literally, it does not matter for this one, but it's interesting.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of figuring I need to do, because one of the things I wanted to test is accidental, because I lost my headphones. I lost a lot of shit in this transition. So I've got some really nice speakers I've got everything up on. I did some testing and I couldn't hear it when I recorded, when I did an Audacity recording. So it didn't cut over, or like at least it was enough to where you could run it through a filter and it would kill it out.
Oh, sure. Well, yeah.
I think it's not going to be a problem.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to eventually put some noise canceling foam up, because literally there's fucking nothing in here. I have an Aldi's rug.
For a really quick fix that I wonder, something we could literally do is, do you have any like big blankets or something you could like try to like put up behind there?
Let me grab some pillows real quick. And
or that would work too. Yeah.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Sleepover time.
Oh boy.
All right. Is that any better?
Wait. Okay. So let's do a little bit of yapping. Well, that. I'm so glad I recorded that. Oh wait, yeah. We didn't decide. Is this not really the kind of season 3, or is it a whole different show?
We can try not really but kind of season 3. How are we doing this? Are we scorched earthing GoBicker?
No, well, I mean, have you seen what I've done with my YouTube channel as of late?
No.
Oh. Well, for one, rude.
First of all, fuck you.
First of all, die. Second of all, I've kind of done a reboot myself, and I've now been making videos about making comics. Well, sort of. It's about a lot of me, like my most recent video is literally me laying on the floor, because I'm like, I'm having trouble. But so all my videos, the old ones, are still there. They're just in an unlisted playlist. We could do that.
Yeah, because that's kind of what I did when I was going to reboot my channel.
I love Not Really But Kinda so much that I kind of just want to keep going. Okay, it's going against my better judgment almost, because it's like we already do this so often, but it's like I almost kind of want to do like a smidge, like we'll do like speed run reintroduction to everything. Speed run it though. We've done it so many fucking times.
You know it's not gonna happen, but we can try it.
We can try to speed run it, and then, well, I mean, we'll just see where that takes us, honestly.
Tidy.
Let's see. Do I want to do it? Like, do you need to get into all the details of all the old teenage gaming drama shit?
Yes.
We'll see. Let's see how we're feeling.
Let's talk about Rivethead.
That would be. I think he's just out walking around in the woods these days.
I think he's still alive.
I think last I saw, I think that's what he's doing. He's out walking in the woods. I remember seeing a vlog of him. He's like, he looks like he's in the Division.
What episode do we end the show on?
Take a guess. I bet you can get it in one go.
69.
We ended it on 69.
Oh, fuck. We did so good.
Yeah. Well, now we're back. We're back,
I don't know.
baby.
It's weird to think that like 69 is such a weird number outside of the fact that it's the funny number. But it's like we did this almost 70 fucking times.
We did it well over 70 times if you consider all the lost episodes and episodes I just
Oh
threw
yeah,
away.
I forgot we had a lot of
We
lost
also
episodes.
technically we recorded up to like 73, and I just never do anything with those. Officially, we ended at 69.
That's all that matters.
But season 3 is a little bit bigger and no, not bigger and better than ever. It's literally
Smaller and worse than you could possibly imagine.
No, smaller and hopefully more coherent and organized is what I'm hoping. It seems like a reasonable goal to me, right?
I think it's a very reasonable goal.
What I think we need to do, we need to take advantage of where we're at right now. Where can you do? Jamie, look this up for me. Oh, we shouldn't reference Joe Rogan anymore. He's such a shithead. What's in the only thing I can think of is Jeeves. I don't want to call you Jeeves though.
Ask
Jeeves. Well, either way, would you mind looking up and seeing give me what's the general stats of GoBicker these days? I haven't looked in a while.
I haven't looked either. Let me take a look. Hold, please. I love that the first thing that pops up when I search GoBicker on YouTube is the kids are fucking stupid animated short, which is probably one of my favorite. As of right now, we are at 51 subscribers.
51. Okay.
143 videos.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess over the course of like 3 or 4 or 5 years or whatever. Okay.
I forgot how long it went for, and the last time we did an episode was 2 years ago.
What's the specific date of the release of that?
That was put out March 11th, 2021.
Wow. Wait, so GoBicker completely missed 2022, huh?
Yeah, we just skipped over that year.
Do you remember how optimistic? I don't even remember what podcast. It was probably another unreleased one, honestly. We talked about something about GoBicker Decade 2, Year 1, and some shit, and that just crashed and burned. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I do. The longest wheeze is our highest viewed video with 888 views.
Wow, that's a good one. I see. That's the thing. A lot of those are probably me going back and rewatching it, but it also
I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of these top ones.
Some of them are really funny. Well, I mean, like one thing I can say is like it's one thing I've been up to in the interim as of only a couple months ago is I've been doing another podcast.
I've been doing another podcast.
And
how could you?
Well, and what's interesting, so it's the Rousseau's podcast. It's for the cafe where my partner Molly works. She's a barista there, and oh yeah, they were wanting to basically figure out. Her boss was trying to figure out we have this week of live shows in at the end of the year, and I want to figure out how can you take all the recordings of that and like put it up for people to listen to online. And he was worried about things like copyright and stuff, and I was like, I mean, if they're here and they're playing, they're probably fine. Don't worry about it too much. But he kept saying the word podcast, and I was like, I'm not 100% sure he knows what a podcast is.
People think everything's a podcast.
I kind of was under the impression he thinks just anything you post online that's audio is a podcast, or something like that. He seemed, because I was trying to just basically explain what we did here on GoBicker, and I was like, well, it's just you could just sit down and you chat, and you could, some are a little more focused and written out, some of them are a little more jazzy, that's what we are. We're like jazz, we're improvising. So it took a little while, but then eventually we started putting out like just a podcast. We figured it out, and we started posting those in January. This is where GoBicker potentially changes, because technically no one knows this. Technically, the Rousseau's podcast is a GoBicker production. Because I'm doing it, and I'm GoBicker, aren't I?
Right? I am the Vixter.
Ah!
I also just want to say that I appreciate that our 5th most popular video is probably my personal favorite video. GoBicker plays a Lichno.
Oh, I was just thinking about that the other day.
I watched that. That's probably a lot of my reviews, because every now and again I get sad and I watch that video because it makes me happy just to think about how much we pissed them off.
Doesn't it make you kind of wish we could have done that with that other? What was it even? I don't remember what it was called. That second server. We the last one we just did.
Oh, that one that we joined and then really pissed off Kit, and he didn't talk to us for like a year.
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember the name of it.
Mindful.
Mindful.
That's what it was. I wonder if they're still
Oh, that
around.
was the name of it.
No, yeah, that's the one.
This is a mindfulness podcast.
No, I mean, I feel like that would probably be good for me, but well, I don't know. Episode 1 of the Usos podcast, 173 downloads. So
Not bad.
it's kind of that's doing pretty all right. Well, I'll of course on the next episode of that I'll promote this podcast. That the Usos podcast comes out the first Tuesday of every month, wherever you find podcasts. Well, we should figure out if we're gonna do this again.
I feel like once a month is a good target.
We'll do once a month, and we'll increase if we ever
Yeah,
want to.
increase if we get into it, because I know as a human who I am, yeah.
I'm gonna actually. Can you elaborate? I don't know what you meant by any of that.
Just like keep them up.
Leaving fork babbin, Sheba,
Kamackins.
Robin Goodbecken.
We should do an entire podcast just in the Sims voice.
Just because we really want to make sure no one ever listens to what we're doing.
Exactly. No, but like I feel like once a month is a good target because of just like who I am as a person and the fucking wild ass shit that comes up. I mean, now that I got my shit set up, I think I'm good.
Hopefully,
But
yeah.
once a month's a good target. It's kind of hard to fuck up doing something once a month.
That's what I think too. So we thought, what do you want? What do you want to do? Like, you wanna. So the first Tuesdays of the Usos one, we could do like third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday of every month makes me very horny.
Well,
so.
I mean, it is kind of nice. It's like on my phone. It's like right in the center there.
Yeah, we can do third Wednesday. That works.
All right. Well, so we're recording this on the 9th, so I got to get this up next Wednesday. That works. Okay.
Oh, fuck.
It's fine.
I can turn you up a little bit more so I can actually fucking hear you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
My goal is eventually I want to get a better setup for recording in here now that I actually have a space that can stay that way. Because I'm hoping to stop being such a fucking dirty slut and finally just do my my YouTube channel for photography that I've been wanting to do.
Oh, I'm telling you, go watch youtube.com/@thecartooner. See what I'm up to with the comics thing. I'm not making comics because I'm an anxious mess, but other than that, the general format, very doable.
What was it? What, it was just your YouTube's just the cartooner, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I'll have to sit down and watch some of these. They look good though. I started working on my YouTube channel project last year, and then I am 150 years old, and I hurt my back for like 3 months.
Oh. Yeah, no.
So
I lost the month of March to a bad back.
Yeah, there was like 2 months. I think like mid-December is when I threw my shit out. And then it kind of went downhill. And then once I got it done, it was like, well, I've got a bunch of crap I got to do around the house. I might finally start sitting down and plugging away at that again because I like that. I like the idea of doing that.
I think what I found to be especially nice about it is it's something that I have to consistently do and hold myself accountable for, because I've really discovered, especially after all the fuck ups with GoBicker over the years and my previous attempts with the cartooner and everything, is like, if you're not consistent, it really will not work. You have to do it every week. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do it every week. And actually, you know what? I think this is episode 6 this week. I'll be doing as we're recording this. Anyway, it's 6 or 7 or something like that. Anyway, so that's like over a month though. I've been doing it, and
you're doing really good. I really like this. I like what I see on here.
Yeah, I just need to get better about like really good ideas for videos that are like, you've got really good catchy titles and thumbnails and all that garbage.
Yeah, I think you've got a really good start here. I need to sit down and watch some of these because it looks like it's good. But yeah, it's about yeah. Well, you make good content too, so I think just sitting down and finding that groove.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it's been.
Staying in that continuous role with it.
Yeah, well, and I think this has been a way for me to really try to break through. It really just barrel through any kind of apprehensions I have about creating anything, whether that be YouTube videos or comics or just drawings in general. And it also has like kept me consistently just thinking about all this stuff, which just kind of keeps everything kind of gradually moving forward, because there really just isn't the option to slow down. So I know you're pretty good about going out and taking pictures, but it's like, it really does almost like doesn't allow you to stop, and in some ways it allows you or it forces you. No, it really 100% does. It forces you to be quick and creative and just come up with solutions to problems because you don't have time. And I
You're on
like
the fly. You're on video. You gotta keep moving.
Yeah, so you gotta come up with interesting. Well, that's the thing. I've learned that maybe the best way to do it is to try to be doing whatever you're doing, and then just try to figure out an interesting way to record that. Or like the episode that I'm recording this week is I'm gonna redraw some of my childhood comics, and I'm just gonna, fingers crossed, hope that video does well, because it sounds like something people would click on, and I'm a better artist than I was when I was in middle school, so right, it should be nice and easy, and I'll do that, like I'll spend a day doing it, and then I got the rest of the week to do all the other projects that I'm doing, so it allows you to kind of, I don't know, there's options and it's interesting, and I'm really trying to figure out what that like workflow looks like.
Yeah, it's that's gonna be my hardest part with everything, is finding a good workflow and sticking to all of it, especially being a functioning adult.
Yeah.
That shit sucks. Which is a good thing is I make money now, which is convenient.
Wow. Wow, look at you.
Somehow I managed to trick my company into giving me a living wage. It gives me extra money to fuck with shit. So I've got a little bit more of a development budget now.
I wanna say right to the camera, right to everyone listening, my hours got cut again. They were cut a couple months ago or something. When was it? Yeah, a couple months ago, and they were cut again. I went from a whopping 14 hours a week but I was making too much money, so now I'm at 9. So I guess I won't directly say where I work, but I would like to also point out that fucking place, the day after I was informed of this news, which granted was supposed to be about a week after I was informed, but we had difficulties with the meeting. Anyway, they had catering at some dumb little event from the most fucking expensive place I know of in town, and I thought, oh, you motherfuckers, I hate them. I don't, no one in particular, just the organization, you know?
Yeah. I don't know how the fuck I managed to trick people into giving me more money. I'm not going to argue about it, but it's like having that little bit extra overhead to be able to do shit like that now too is very convenient.
That's nice.
So I'm hoping to kind of leverage that. Now going into the hottest months of Satan's asshole, I'm really looking forward to seeing what I can do here.
Yeah. You're gonna have to figure out how to
my hobby, which is primarily outdoors.
How is it like temperature wise in there when it gets hot?
Look, right now, today it's like 85 degrees.
Boy, howdy.
It's still spring. Usually with humidity, the heat index gets over 100 pretty much every day, come about July and August.
That's real uncomfortable, I think.
Oh yeah, because it's not the heat. I can deal with the heat. I can deal with heat all day long. It's the fucking humidity that gets me.
Oh yeah, it's just everything's just heavy.
You're just dripping.
Yeah,
that's the only way you can describe it.
You're walking outside and you're slugging through all the air.
That's seriously, that's the best way to describe it, because it's like I went out to check the mail today on lunch and I opened the door and it was like, oh, I feel like I just walked into a bathroom after someone took a warm shower.
Oh, shower. I like. Oh, you know what's weird? On the Usos podcast, we don't swear because it's a family friendly joint, and we were trying to be like a family friendly. Like we're trying to be like a decent bunch of people, you know.
Not like you fuckers.
Not like this fucking shit show. What we need to do is we just need to keep what we're going to be doing over these next few episodes of the return of not really, but kinda. I got it. Thanks.
But kinda. But kinda. But kinda.
I tell people about you in particular. I don't use to say anything by name, but I tell stories about all the shit you do and did.
I'm a bit of a shit.
Yeah, like this fucking gremlin boy. He fucking deleting shit all the time. Fucking just. I think that was actually mainly, and I'm always bitching about you deleting audio in episodes.
There's an episode. I think I want to say it was the last episode of the Brewcast that we did, where we did the one episode.
You know,
I go back and watch that at least once a month for one clip where we talked about me deleting shit for like 20 minutes straight. It's one of the funniest fucking things I have ever seen. Yeah. And I was a part of it.
I see, here's the thing. This is why I've been missing GoBicker so much. GoBicker, if we can figure out not make it so inside jokey, it is some of the funniest shit I've seen either. Like we're somehow it just works out, and it just ends. I don't know. Maybe it is because it's us and we're watching us and we think
Part of
we're
it is
funny.
the circle
But
inside humor, but it's still, I mean,
if we if we can kind of streamline it, kind of organize in some capacity, maybe we can become a little bit more like, because right now the issue is if you click on this or listen or whatever, you're like, who are these people? And then we just start rambling about all sorts of garbage, and they're like, no, and they click off.
what are these people talking about?
How do we make it very clear from the get-go that we're sitting here?
That was a dog.
What was that? What was the sound?
That was the dog.
What happened? I couldn't even tell what the sound was.
That's the dog. That's the sound the dog makes.
It was like,
yeah. She makes that sound.
I see.
That's this dog sound. Sound dogs make.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Our catfish is really talkative too. He's always yapping. I have to close all of my doors in this room because otherwise someone will come wandering in. Meow, 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 meow.
I'd leave the doors open for the
up.
opposite reason, because my wife is gone and the dog's not like left as in permanently, like left as in went to go see her dad. I made that sound like she left me last week. She took the kids.
Except for this little shit.
My wife is not home, and I know if I close the door, the dogs would sit outside and fucking scream all goddamn the whole goddamn time. And if I put them outside, that's bad because it's hot.
Yeah, that'll.
I live in the armpit of South Carolina.
It'll do some
Actually,
damage.
no, I don't.
What's pit's the armpit?
The armpit of South Carolina is regularly referred to as Columbia, South Carolina, which is the state capital. But it's right in the middle, and for whatever fucking reason, it just gets nice and sweaty down there.
So it's appropriately referred.
Yeah, no, it's seriously, it's
like
a statewide thing that people say is the armpit of South Carolina.
That's really funny. That's a thing. Oh, I was just gonna point out. I think probably I assumed the biggest update since last time that I don't think I've even acknowledged for you. It's like you did get married. Like you're like a whole ass like married person now.
Yeah, I got married.
Which is just like, that's fucking bananas.
That is fucking bananas.
Did I tell you I found that footage of that one time you and Kate and I got really drunk and did that like 4-hour recording?
Brought up an awful lot in our house.
Really? Oh.
Well, because I was like, for the audience listening at home, I used to have a little bit of a drinking problem, and I'll admit that openly now. I used to have a little bit of a drinking problem.
You think? Oh.
And that was, I don't think, I know.
Well, it's interesting. I didn't even really consider it. I was just like, oh, we're all just having fun. We're all drinking. Oh,
no, I used to get shit-faced and do shit like that all the time, and that was like the last major point that I got shit-faced like that.
Yeah, I think I got really drunk pretty early on when I met Molly. And then, do you remember when we did that election stream on...
Oh my God, I remember that. Yeah, that was another one. I haven't...
That was the last time I was really drunk. That might have been just the last time I was drunk, period.
I mean, I still drink a fair bit, but boy, I do not enjoy getting drunk like that anymore. I used to, that's how I used to drink.
I know, right? Me too. I mean, I sound like I wasn't going as hard as you, but I was. We would sit and we would do those podcasts and we'd get blasted away.
Oh yeah, I remember we used to do just shots.
Oh, God, yeah.
I can't honestly remember the last time I did a shot. It might have been on one of those podcasts.
Yeah, episodes. No, it was for me. It was 100,000% that election stream that we did.
Yeah, that was probably it.
I've had requests to do more drunk streams or podcasts, so
I think we could rekindle Unhappy Hour in a much less getting shit-faced drunk.
It has to be.
hours.
Entirely revolved around drinking games. That's what it has to be. Like it has to be like hanging out at the bar with all your buddies and you're playing drinking
That's
games and
I think that's kind of what we can do with it is make something more along those lines and
Mm.
less because originally Unhappy Hour was just let's get blackout drunk and record it.
Yeah, well, I don't even think that was that the original intention, or was it? Is that just what it
I
quickly
don't
became?
think it was. The original intention was supposed to be more along the lines of what we were talking about, just hanging out with a couple of friends, having drinks. And it was like by episode 3, it's like, I finished this handle of Jack on this episode. How are you
Yeah,
guys?
it did actually kind of feel like it would become a competition. It'd be like, all right, we're doing an unhappy hour. I'm gonna really stock up on alcohol because I
Don't
am
do anything tomorrow.
drinking. Yeah, I know. Yeah, don't plan anything for tomorrow. Make sure I've saved up a bit so I can just, ooh, because it's gonna be a night. And it was, but it was fun. I mean, we did those butt hours. Those were fun too.
It was fun to do. I think we should bring it back. I just think, like I said, we definitely need to reevaluate how
Mm.
we do it.
Drink responsibly and all that, you know?
Yeah, I've learned something about myself is that I don't like getting shit-faced drunk often.
No, I don't either.
Um, I'll have a few. I'll kick back a few drinks. I don't mind. I still kick back a few drinks. It was funny. So we're rearranging the front of our house right now, where my office used to be,
Mm.
and one of the things we used to have in there was it was like a big entertainment center. Well, I used to keep all my liquor on one of the shelves on there, and my wife took all the liquor off of that and she put a bunch up on the counter in the kitchen and walked in and went, wow, I have a lot of liquor. And she goes, honey, that's not a quarter of it.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, I like bourbon.
Yeah, I have a
Like,
friend. I have a friend. Oh, also on that drunk collection podcast was my friend Zach, and he also has a large liquor collection. But it's mainly because he likes to make like mixed drink. Like he likes basically being like like an at-home bartender. He tries to, so he wants as many options as he can, and he's like an engineer and stuff, so he makes good money, so he can justify that, right? I've seen pictures of that, and I just think, well, I mean, quite frankly, in this house, I think, where in the world would I put that? I mean,
that's part of what I want to do in here is I need to build. I'm thinking about doing corner like floating shelves in that corner to
uh,
put some of that stuff on because I've got first of all, I have so much shit. And this office does not have room for shit because I went from an office with a big desk with like filing cabinets in it
mm.
to the smallest spare bedroom in our house, which I've made work, but I haven't set up any of the storage stuff for it yet. So my shit is just everywhere right
Oh,
now.
I understand that. I mean, actually, if you do go and watch any of those videos on my channel, you'll see you
Yeah.
do see me slowly cleaning up my office as the weeks
Yeah.
go on, but it's it's a it's a it's a lot in here, and I have like this pegboard here. If you're watching the video, which I guess I don't know, but this episode might only be video as we're putting it. It doesn't matter. Anyway, there's a pegboard there, and I've been meaning to hang up all like my filming equipment there, but
That's one of the things I want to do is get a pegboard to hang some stuff up on because I think they look really cool and it's functional storage and I have a
oh yeah.
lot of shit that I need to store.
Oh, and I mean, like, the one thing I do have up there is you can see a big pile of light stands, and I mean, yeah, that's really nice to keep those up and out of the way, but that also at the same time still easily accessible because I do need them pretty frequently.
Where'd you get that?
Um,
Just Amazon?
what, the pegboard?
The pegboard.
My dad had it. He must have got it just from the hardware store, I would assume, or like a
I see them on
Home Depot
Reddit
or
all the
whatever.
time that people have them up, and I want to put up a wall because it's part of the problems. I've got all this like photography equipment and shit.
Oh yeah, well yeah, and you should. I would imagine you can just go to like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever the fuck. I mean, 'cause I think it would just be with all like the other bits of like plywood. I think.
I don't know. I'll go. I've got to go to the hardware store soon, anyways. Next
Yeah.
time I go, I'll take
There
a
you
look
go.
and see because I've got ideas in here. I want to do some shelving. I want to do some nice shelving because I've got the floating shelf as like a test for my speaker bar.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that. That looks nice.
Yeah, I built that for because I'm trying to do everything in here custom.
Mm.
So I built that for the speaker bar, and it turned out pretty good. So I
Yeah,
want
that's
to try to
great.
do some kind of like L shelving going up that corner that I can put like liquor and display shit on. No clue what I'm gonna do there. It's just it's
Um,
gonna go in.
Put a stool And oh, here, you gotta get yourself one of these babies and a stool and a
I'm gonna
long
just
XLR cable and just sit in
and
the
I'm gonna put
corner.
up a fake brick wall backing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down, especially if we start doing this, where it actually matters for me to have a background that's more than my work desk, which is just fucking chaos.
You have no fucking idea.
It's still fairly common here because I've only been in this office for about a month, but I'll give it a little bit of time, and the bottom's gonna fall out.
But the whole
Yeah,
floor is just gonna.
yeah, everything's just gonna fucking collapse because I live in a 50-year-old house.
Only 50 and it's gonna collapse.
Pussy.
I mean, I think my house is like 100 years old. Then it's
Oh shit! I didn't realize your house is that old.
solid as a rock, baby.
Your house dick is bigger than my house dick.
Yeah. Well, it's everything in Duluth was built. Well, it was like I think it was really settled late 1800s, and
They
then
just stopped building shit after that.
well, no, and then in the early 1900s there was a boom, and there was a bunch of millionaires living here. So there's all of these like they're not like full like huge mansions, but they're pretty fucking big houses. And but then there's a part of town that was kind of built up in the 50s, and there's a part of town that's clearly built up in the 70s.
It's just fucking shag.
Yeah, and it's like it's like I'm surprised you don't drive by one of the houses and they have a shag like siding for their house. You know, that's cool. I gotta look that. That's gotta exist, right?
Oh, I'm sure it does somewhere. Probably on Reddit.
I'm gonna look up shag house siding before after. No, that's wood. That's not shag. Hey, that's wood.
Where's my shag vinyl siding?
Well, I'll tell you, not on Google Images. I swear.
Yeah, this is disappointing.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed.
I do like weird ass houses built in the 70s though, because there was so much cocaine involved in those design processes.
Well, and just a very an overall interesting aesthetic for the decade. Oh, another thing I've been up to in the interim, I've graduated from college.
Hell yeah.
I've been able to do nothing. Not been able to do. I've done nothing with my degree. I haven't tried
Living the
too
American
hard.
dream.
Yeah. Well, I'm really giving it a real solid go as like an artist or whatever. And I mean, it's been this really slow struggle to even just like begin that, as I've talked about. But that's what I've been doing. But then, so that has also then involved like I've been doing some filmmaking and stuff, and so I have a project that'll be coming there. I shot a project that my roommate directed, that'll go out whenever he's done editing that. So that's something. Look forward to something I did that with other people that I left the house and everything. I'm not in it or anything, but it's weird. Like I since coming back to YouTube too, it's like, wow, look at I'm leaving my office for the first time on the internet. Like I'm outside. Wow, no one's ever seen this before.
Except for that one time with photo shootout that the world never got to see.
Yeah, only you got to see that.
Oh, and it's still burned into my mind to this day.
I bet. I really hope. I'm really glad it seemed like no one else was in the woods that day.
It seems like.
I didn't hear any
There's
screaming.
some little kid that swears they saw Bigfoot with his dick out.
Yeah. And they went, whoa! The kid was like, and I don't want to, actually, I really don't want to finish that joke. I realized after I said that kid. Oh, here we go. I know I wanted to make my joke, so I need to adjust. And then so later that night, mommy said to daddy, said, "Jeez, I was fucking Sasquatch. We need a fucking hog on him."
Sasquatch is out there slinging wood.
Yeah.
Do you think Sasquatch has a human dick or one of those like dog rocket dicks?
So this is another one of these classic GoBicker conundrums. You know, this is see, we might want to change things up for everyone listening, but we don't want to lose who we are at our root and our core. I kind of suspect as the theory, if the theory that Sasquatch is somewhat distantly related to humans, I think he's got. Oh, he probably got kind of like a monkey dick. You ever seen him? You ever seen a monkey dick?
Never seen a monkey dick before.
No.
You know, come to think of it, hold on, I'm gonna do a Google search because I've never that I know of. I don't think I've ever someone open an in private window like I'm 15 to Google monkey cock.
Well, I would like to say unlike Chris, I have never looked it up. I have come across it on the internet in videos of like, watch this horrible little monkey like jizz on someone's shoulder or something, and they're like just jerking off in their cages and shit, and like it's horrible. They're horrible little creatures.
Boy, that is, it's kind of like a weird combination of the Red Rocket and I hate that.
Yeah, but you know that you're seeing what I mean now, though, right?
It's kind of it's kind of a weird hybrid of a Red Rocket and a human dick, but the balls are just massive.
Next time I do a Rousseau's podcast and I shout out this podcast, I'll say, just so you know, it is so different than
in every way this podcast is. That one is different.
Yeah, because that one, if you ever, you should go listen to that one. It's just to hear me out talking to other people. It's weird. We talk. I've been like talking to musicians and stuff, and we're talking about their creative process. Because I'm like I draw pictures, you write songs. What's the same with us? And it's similar with like you and I. We've talked about like what are the creative similarities between being a photographer and being a cartoonist and all that stuff. And I cut out any swears if they ever happen, which they rarely do even. It's pretty just streamlined, real nice. It's a lovely time. It's lovely.
And then over here we're like dicks, fucking cocksucker.
Dick, fuck, dick, fuck, shit, fuck. And that's why we'll always get demonetized too if we ever get monetized in the first place.
We are actually losing money on this deal.
Oh god, I've lost so much money on all my adventures. Well, who knew like an idiot kid with who gets like a bit of money here and there like doesn't spend it well? Who would? That's crazy.
I know. Well, if it makes you feel better as someone that has money, I also don't spend it well.
Something I want to start doing if we're gonna kind of make the show about. Oh no! No, we're not doing a good job with what this show is this time, are we? This is a very not really but kind of episode. This is a transition. This is for the homies. This is for the ones who are still subscribed and paying attention.
Hi Tim.
Yeah, I say this is for Tim.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Look, we're back. It's like we never left, huh?
It really is. We kind of picked up that chaos mantle. I mean, not much. The backgrounds have changed a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's the same. This is the same shit. Same shit, different day.
Right. I mean, yeah. You can. I am out of practice though, because if I was really on it, I would have come up with some sort of funny joke there about like.
This is the first episode of season 3, so we're allowed to be a little bit. Well, it's like the opposite of when a big network picks up a small show and then the production quality goes up.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, how did it go down? Did they fire the writers?
Yeah, because I lost my fucking mind is what happened. Yeah. Well, it's interesting that this show for at least a little while they had the structure of. So I want to kill myself.
Yeah, every episode was like, is Terry gonna make it to the next episode?
Well, tune in next time to find out. It's really good. We never got the idea to try to like clickbait my death. It literally never even crossed my mind until just now. How funny that would have been to me and me alone. To everyone else, it would have been like, oh my god. Just because it's horrifying when someone kills himself,
Oh, but for the views.
But for that funny ass prank video, and then I kind of, at some point in my life, I do want to convince somebody that I'm dead. I want to fake my death.
We might have done that with GoBicker. Everyone's like, yeah, he's gone. They haven't put anything out in 2 years.
What they probably think, the last episode was me, Maya, and Molly, and we were doing a newlywed game because it was supposed to be a lot of us, and it would have made more sense. But then it was just the 2 of us, so it was like, all right, well, I guess we'll just sit here. And it was a nice time. It was fun. So what people would probably assume though is, oh, well, they probably broke up. She probably dumped him, and then he just went and blew his fucking brains out.
And
And
then here we are, 2 years
surprise,
later.
bitch,
Same
still here.
shit, different day.
Same shit, different day. I've had this kind of idea because I'm turning 25 this year. And I don't know if you recall, 25 was the year that I was going to.
Yeah, that's right. You were gonna clean your clock.
Oh, why is there no rhyme? Clean your clock at 25. No. Anyway, it felt like there should have been something to kind of like.
No, because you were gonna kill yourself.
Anyway, yeah, but so we're trying to think of like a 25 still alive kind of party to do.
But yeah, that'd be. That's how we'll kick off GoBicker 3. I'm not dead, bitch.
Oh, I forgot my joke. Okay, well, I'll add it to the beginning. Hard cut. Okay.
Hard cut.
I was explaining hard cut to some people on the last podcast we did, and I had to just cut it out because it really didn't make any sense. But hold on. It's such a fucking stupid joke that I'm really putting so much effort into inserting. GoBicker. I hardly know her. Or whatever. Oh, I have to find that. See, my biggest worry about doing this episode is that I have to find like a new intro music and make a new title and everything.
We can't just keep ripping off Grease.
It's so sad. I want to.
It was great because our production quality went down or went up as the show went on, but it just kept going more and more off the rails.
Yeah, and then there would be like, all right, sorry, it's gonna be 6 months until the next episode. I can't function. But man, I am getting so much better about that these days. Molly said something interesting to me the other day about how, because I really have never really worked a like typical just like hourly job. I have here and there, but never for very long. Because in my job that I have now, it's hourly, but you don't have to like. I'm never tracking specifically what I'm doing hour to hour. It's more just that like I have time allotted, I have a project that I need to get done, or it's just that I have a gallery that I need to sit in for some amount of time, whatever. Not much thought. So she pointed out I've never really had to do the thing of just like, well, yeah, what am I doing hour to hour? Like I need to like plot out my day and kind of like go through things step by step and kind of slowly do things to achieve end goals and stuff. And it's like, and this stuff is kind of obvious and I knew about that, but I never put too much like specific thought into that. And so now that I think I'm able to like more I guess consistently do things and create things and finish things and just be a better little worker bee.
Yeah, that makes sense, and to kind of keep paying more attention to what you do by the hour.
Yeah, and it's like and if as long as you pay attention when your due dates are, then you can kind of like space out the work and kind of time things out. And I know that I'm basically just I sync up my schedule with Molly then, and so I know, all right, well, she's working from this time to this time, so I guess me too, and so I know I have this many hours to do this amount of work. And so this is literally day one of me trying to work with that. So far today doing pretty good. We'll see how that lasts. But
I've heard helps with a lot of people with stuff like that is keeping like time tracking apps and stuff like that. Because I've got one that I keep for work because I'm required to keep my hours.
Right.
But I use it all the time at work. It's a productivity tracker, and I just set custom categories for whatever I do at work. You know, blah blah blah, jack off in a meeting for 12 hours or whatever the fuck I do.
You had a great job. That's great.
Oh yeah, I just all day, man.
And you're in a Zoom meeting and you're just like on the screen, and they're just below camera, and they're like, Chris, can you please? Can you just turn off your camera? And you just without saying a word, you just shake your head and you just keep jerking it vigorously, furiously.
Ironically, I don't even have a webcam on my work computer.
Wow.
And I tell people every time they ask, you know, like, where's your webcam? You need to turn your webcam on. I never got sent one. And then they'll send me one, and I will write on the label, return to sender, wrong address. I never got it.
Gee, I don't know what's happening. It just keeps disappearing. I don't.
Every time, like, I don't know where it goes because I don't fucking want it. No.
Yeah, I've never heard of cameras before. I don't
know what the fuck a camera is. I don't know anything about.
What?
Is that like one of those movie pictures?
Isn't that what they use in Hollywood? Very, very unrelated. Can I tell you? I had an idea, and I really want to do this soon, but I want This is a really stupid idea. So you can see that there's these windows right here. If I
Oh, I've got
pan
some
just
Windows
over,
2.0.
yeah, it's real
Nice.
nice. Look at it, just blinding white outside.
Oh
Even
yeah,
no, actually, it is really bright. The sun is like right there. Anyway,
yeah.
so I think it'd be funny. Personally, I think it'd be funny if I took a really long XLR cable and I have a little balcony out here, and I did a little podcast from the balcony just through the window, and I have my handheld microphone.
See, I've got a little patio right here out this window, so we could do an outdoor spring episode.
Our cameras are still basically where they are now, but you just point them towards that window, and then we just kind of talk at each other.
Just right out here, there's like a little patio on the other side of the. We can do this.
We should do that one of these times.
I think we should.
That's a great idea. Okay. Yo, just see GoBicker's coming back big time, baby. You have no idea.
I think we have an opportunity. Every episode, just a different location. We never acknowledge it.
No. That's too much work. No. Oh, another thing I've learned, lesson learned. Ding.
Ding. Not really, but kinda.
What I learned is you have to keep it simple. If you keep it simple and easy for you to do consistently, then you are more likely to do it consistently.
Yeah,
if you create more roadblocks, it's just going to make you less likely to continue. So
that's what I'm trying to figure out for this space for doing stuff like that, because I want to have a better setup than what I have right now, but I don't want to have something I have to set up every time.
Yeah. Yeah, what I've kind of done is it's been slow, but like right now I have like this like desk mounted tripod thing, and I literally have a tripod head on it, and then I just put the camera on there, and then that's just running the computer, blah 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 blah. That's fine. And then I have a lamp above my desk, just on a shelf. The shelf which just holds stuff. Ooh, that looks kind of nice. I'll leave that on.
I've got a light right up here. I've actually got a light built into my house that shines down.
Wow.
It'd probably look better if I didn't wear a hat, but if I don't wear a hat, my blinding head just washes out the fucking shot.
That's okay. That's all right. Over there, I have my drawing desk, and that has a lamp on that as well because it needs light. But then above that, I have the old microphone arm I used to use, and on that is attached another tripod head. And on there, I can put my little GoPro on there, and I can do time lapses and stuff. And then, well, then if I ever get the pegboard set up, that's a nice other kind of quick and easy permanent spot. That is modular because you can just take out the hooks and put them in a new spot and readjust and whatever.
So I've got a blank canvas right now for what I can do, and I need to figure out what I want to do with it.
What you need to do is figure out what can you put on the wall.
Yeah.
What can be
I like
wall
the
mounted?
idea though. I never thought about. I like the idea of doing like that, using the mic stand as like a mount for a camera.
Yeah. It kind of it hit me suddenly like in a dream.
Well, I desperately need to get a new mic stand because I have this cheap $15 mic stand from Amazon that I've had for 10 years. Pretty much.
That looks like the one I'm using. So
yes, that's why I'm thinking about getting a nicer, newer one, and I can kind of use this one for like a over the head GoPro shot or something like that if I wanted to do it, because I don't really have a good way to mount my webcam right now.
Yeah.
And I want to eventually get like a recliner or something for in here. I feel like that could be a good spot to shoot from as well.
Yeah, one day I'd love to have just like a full cozy like setup.
Like that's what I'm trying to set up in here.
One day I'll do that in here too. I had this kind of idea of wanting to put a chair, like a big, nice, comfy chair, kind of like we're talking about. Basically, right behind me right now, there's a bookshelf there, so I'd have to figure out what to do with all the books on the bookshelf. But there's so much potential. There's so much to do in the future. I want to continue to add more specific segments to this show. One thing in particular is as I want to kind of focus on creativity and stuff still, because that's just always what I'm thinking about. I had this idea about having like user submitted stuff that we could talk about. I guess because it's GoBicker, that shit could always end up being kind of weird. It just in order to be featured, it just has to be safe for YouTube. We're
not bringing back dick pic of the week,
unfortunately. My magnum opus dick pic of the week. And actually, quite frankly, with not with dick pic of the week in mind, with the other thing in mind, if you have anything you want us to talk about next time, just tweet it at GoBicker or send it to that's probably the best way.
Just tweet us
at GoBicker.
At GoBicker. Well,
Well, time to hit the old dusty trail.
it's been fun.
Oh, was that not what you were doing? Oh. Just slowly get naked.
I'm just gonna Bert Kreischer this.
I was really curious how far you were gonna go.
I almost took my shirt off.
I was like, he's really committing, huh? And then you put it back down. Okay, that's fair enough.
Might.
You never know. Stay tuned.
I will take my shirt off on season 3, episode 69. I will walk in here and Bert Kreischer this shit.
No, this
do the whole episode shirtless.
We'll just say this is episode 70. Those first 69 episodes, take them or leave them. There's some gems in there, but whatever.
We're retconning those.
We're retconning them. We're in a new continuity now. I'm no longer gonna kill myself.
I'd just like to announce, not gonna do it.
And I don't even think about it anymore. And I would like to make it very clear. Because remember that one time when I was like, I'm cured. I'm quitting depression.
I remember that. Where you just decided you're done?
Liar. Not a liar. It was a good go at it, but it didn't work. Well,
it didn't work out, didn't it?
Turns out what works much better is a few years of therapy and a little bit of medication. Goes a long way. So look forward to more GoBicker stuff in the future on a consistent basis. That being new episodes of Not Really But Kinda on the third Wednesday.
Third Wednesday.
Do we say, are we gonna do third Wednesday?
On the third equinox. On the third Wednesday of every month, starting in the month.
What's a better day? We gotta have a better day than Wednesday.
I like Wednesdays. I feel like third Wednesday is a good one. It's right in the middle of the month.
You know what? Yeah, we'll do third Wednesday. You're right.
Gives
that is
people
nice.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, so the middle of the month, kind of like a hump month thing. It's like,
yeah. Well, welcome to Humpcast.
That is a great coincidence, or not coincidence. Maybe it was planned.
Maybe it was.
Maybe this whole thing has been scripted the entire time.
Believe it or not, this was actually, that writer's strike? They're striking because we paid them so much money to write this that no other studio.
They couldn't compete. They couldn't compete. They're like, holy shit, these fucking morons, they paid us so much to do nothing. But
this boy won the lottery and gave it all to me to write one podcast episode.
What can I say? Money well spent.
Lessons learned.
GoBicker. Crusty Pickle Grandmas.
Oh god, I forgot about Crusty Pickle Grandmas.
Yeah, isn't it a throwback, huh?
Ugh.
That was when I was fat.
I'm starting to get there.
Yeah. You don't look anywhere close to where I was.
No, not like that. You are a chunky monkey. I just get tight in shirts now. My nipples poke out a lot more than they used to.
You should wear nipple pasties or pasties or whatever.
Well, on my Bert Kreischer episode.
You have to take off your shirt and just have like, get some tassels. Or
I'll do it too.
Here's the deal: tassels or clamps.
I'm not gonna do clamps. I don't think I'm into that.
Well, you're right. That was a stretch.
I'm not Kit.
Oh, you know what's exciting specifically about doing Not Really But Kinda again is that it's not gonna be weird at all when other people are available and we're able to get them on, because it's like they're like cast members and stuff, but they're always so fucking busy. Like, I guess we didn't ask too much for this one, but
yeah, I mean, we did pretty good. I think it took like a week of missed attempts.
Well, it took one test recording in November that I thought I was gonna do, and that was gonna be the start of something fresh and brand new. And then I just was like, there's just something not there about it. I got all halfway through editing it, and I was like, I'm just not feeling it. This one so far, I'm feeling it. It feels a lot more like GoBicker, which I like. It makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel like I'm at home again. Yeah. And honestly, because it's like even the last ones we did in 2021. The ones how you can tell those ones. It's the ones besides the year. It's the ones with the they have like on YouTube they have like the purple thumbnails and stuff. I changed the color because I was an idiot.
The idiot that wanted to kill myself.
Not as bad. It was fine. And now that I'm thinking straight again, I'm like, when I was making shit purple all over the place. What are you doing?
What are we doing?
Stop it. He's just down there scratching, kneading on the carpet, making holes and stuff.
Children.
I know. Ridiculous. Oh, I don't even know if this podcast has ever even met the cat Watson yet.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the end of GoBicker, like the last year, was so wild.
Yeah. Well,
and then I mean, of course, we're jumping forward 2 years here.
Yeah. Well, it was like, well, the last like full year of like GoBicker work, I guess, was 2019.
Yeah.
And then 2020, there was like a couple things, but then all that 2020 stuff. And then, really, the biggest change from then is then all of a sudden I moved out and I had to become a grown up all of a sudden. And I was like, wait, hold on. How the fuck do you do that? And I figured it out eventually.
And now we're all adults. We're all homeowners. So we're back. We're back and we're better.
We're back anyway.
We're back.